Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining us. Um, I've just gotten out of the shower. So I was outside doing yard work a lot of today. I was up at the cottage first earlier today doing some packing and shipping. And then it was such a beautiful day, we needed to get some yard work done. And I'm going to be at the store Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I won't be able to do it then. So I took some time today and trimmed one of our big hedges. I felt bad because it was starting to leaf, but it needed to be done. So I did that. And of course, I didn't have a long enough extension cord. So you should have seen the things I was trying to do to make a longer extension cord. Even the Christmas lights at one point came out to see if I could extend the extension cord. That didn't work. So I got as much of that done as I could. There's still one part of it that is much taller than uh, the rest of the bush, but that I'll take care of. All of our extension cords are up at the cottage, and I had already been up there and back and up there and back, and I didn't want to go up again. And it looked like it was going to rain, so I was trying all these different things to make it work. So I got most of it. And then I weeded a lot of the flower beds and cleaned up a lot of the flower beds. The hellebores had a bunch of the old leaves from the previous year. And you leave those on until it gets nice enough that you can take them off. They do help protect the new plants coming up, but it's supposed to be pretty nice in the forecast from now on, it looks like. Knock on wood. There's one day it could drop below freezing, so I'm hoping not everything freezes, but I did that cleanup and cleaned up the yard a little bit, cleaned up all the flower beds, at least most of them. And then it started to rain on me, and so I had to come in, and I was very dirty. So I just jumped in the shower real quick right before this. I had posted about this live happening and shared it on our networks, but and then I got pulled into some other we're working on some other things with other people, so I got to messaging with people, and I'm like, I gotta get in the shower. So my hair is still wet, and if it looks like I'm red faced, it's because I just scrubbed my face. So just ignore that. That's just, sometimes that's the way things are. I hope you're all doing well out there. It was a beautiful day here in Ligonier. Last night we got some wild weather last night. It woke me up a number of times. I didn't sleep well last night because the weather kept waking me up. I don't know, it was a lot of rain and a lot of wind. So hopefully you're all doing well out there. I know there's some weather issues still, I think, going across that some people were worried about overnight and stuff. So hopefully everybody fared okay. We are okay here from what we can see and what we have found. But we did have some wild wind and rain last night. And today, today was pretty nice. I have to say, although it is now, it was sunny earlier, or at least bright. It is like fully cloudy, it looks like out there now, and it just got done raining. Hello, Charlie. Thanks for joining us out there. Susie is with us over on Facebook. Norma's on YouTube. Susie's on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out with me. Andrew will be up here in a little bit. He's working on a few things right now. Yeah, we have a wonderful show. If you missed yesterday's show, you missed really great deals on gemstones and glass. The lowest cost item was $3 a strand, I think, and the highest was $9, and I think that was only one thing we had at $9 a strand. Most things were between $3 to $5 a strand, I would say. That was kind of probably the average, $3 to $5 a strand. Some of the strands were 16 inches, some of the strands were 8 inches. All the stones were really nice for the gemstones. The glass was beautiful. We had said that once this live starts today, that the prices yesterday will not be in effect, but if you have if you're one of our people and you have not gotten a chance to watch the replay yet from yesterday, it is in 2 parts. So that's another thing. I think we dropped on a lot of viewership yesterday because Andrew did a tutorial, a spiral stitch tutorial, and then I came in to start showing my pots. But Andrew's phone was not charging properly. There was something wrong with it. So we switched to my phone, and when we switched to my phone, the broadcast cut out. So I talked about my pots for about 15 minutes, I think, and didn't realize that we weren't streaming live. So there was a pretty good time gap in between them. And when we came back live, not a lot of people were tuning in at that point to see the show. So if you did miss it, and there's something you still wanted, there's some beautiful stuff. And maybe we'll do a quick recap of some things today. Maybe we'll see. That might be a good idea because so few people were really watching yesterday. Charlie's working on flat stitching today. Nice. Seed beads or like fabric stitching. Norma says we had code red phone alert several times through the night. The tornado siren 2 streets behind me went off at 2:15. A rotation went by a couple of miles away, but never became a tornado. Well, that's good. That's scary. That's scary. I don't know what it was doing here. Oh, Charlie says seed beads, nice. I don't know what it was doing last night. The guest room that we're in, we seem to be sleeping in now. It has blinds, like pull down blinds on the windows. So it's really hard. You can't like peek through the curtain. Our other bedroom, you could peek through the curtain and kind of look out. But this one is harder. So I just heard the stuff and I was just like, I'm going back to sleep if I can. I can't deal with this. But I don't have those alerts on my phone generally. I don't think I even have them turned on, which probably is not a great idea. But they're usually so loud and so jarring. Yeah, I don't know. Norma says very little sleep last night. I bet. Yeah, like I said, I know it was windy here. We had crazy hail yesterday, especially up at the cottage. I don't think we got as much hail here in town, but at the cottage, we got the ground was covered in hail balls. And so was the car, so was the main highway, the road going by 271. It looked like a blizzard had come down 271. The road got so white so fast, and people were still driving through. I'm like, I probably would have pulled over, but people were still going through. But it was wild yesterday. The net said tornadoes are so scary. Out of all types of storms, tornadoes scare me the most. Norma says, me too, Danette. Yeah, I mean, we don't really get, hurricanes this far in generally. They're pretty scary, but tornadoes do come through, and that is, they're because you don't stop a tornado, right? It goes where it wants to go. So hopefully everyone's okay out there. I have not seen anyone say that they've gotten damage or problems, but I hope that people are staying in touch. I've seen some people posting in the Design Challenges group that they're okay. I like to see that so we know. It's always nice to make sure our friends are okay. And I know some of you all check in with each other, which is wonderful too. And I said, did you get any damage on your vehicle from hail? I did not see any hail damage, thankfully. The hail was small, but mighty. There was a lot of it. But they weren't even dime sized. They were probably 6 millimeter, 6, 7, maybe 8 millimeter at the most size. Let me see. I think they were about, yeah, I'm going to say actually probably more like 8 millimeter. They were about probably 8 millimeter hail balls. But they were They were more kind of wet than solid. I mean, they were solid. You could hear them come down, and I didn't want to be out there. I didn't run outside for sure while it was happening. But it was kind of like that, like when you pack a snowball and it's really good wet snow, almost too icy. That's kind of what they were like. Kimberly's here. Hello, Kimberly. This is, we had pea-sized hail here in Salzburg. It wasn't a lot, but it was there. I was going to take Lucy to the basement. Yeah, I would say they were a little bit bigger than peas. Probably 8mm around there. I don't know, how big is a pea? How big is 8mm? Yeah, that's like 8mm. Some of them were a little bit bigger than that. But yeah. Norma says, we're still getting weather through Sunday. Parts of Kentucky could go up to 15 inches over the 4 days, plus bad thunderstorms. 15 inches of rain, I hope. I'm assuming it's rain. That's a lot. That's a lot of water in a short amount of time. And like I always say, like, it's okay if you get that water kind of over time, but when it's so hard and it just runs off, it doesn't actually seep into the ground much, and then you don't store that groundwater for summer. So I like when it rains. It was a nice rain today. It was a pretty nice rain here in Ligonier today, I'll say. It didn't last too long, but it wasn't too bad. Dennis says, wow, 15 inches of rain is a lot. Lots of flooding expected, says Norma. Yeah, I bet. So what else are you all doing other than watching the weather? I hope you're also doing some other more fun things than just worrying about the weather, because I know how stressful that can be. And that's kind of like, things have been a little stressful lately. So it's one of the reasons I went out and did some yard work today. I normally I feel like I shouldn't take the time to do that, but we have been talking about some things that needed to be done, and like the few bushes that we have between our property and the neighbors, things were starting to happen. We have the main bushes that are there that we actually like, and that you want there, and then we have this one that no matter how many times we keep chopping it back, it keeps coming back and spreading. And so I cut it down every year. We'd have to dig like super deep and super like a big hole to get rid of it, I think. So we just keep chopping it back, and which at some point we're going to dig the hole, but keep chopping it back. And it has spread over to the other side. Now the bushes are, I mean, they're, pretty wide, but it started on one side and now it's on the other side where it started growing and pushing. We have a little stone wall, just a mini stone wall that Andrew and I put together when we moved here, on the part that butts up against the neighbor's property, just to make it look a little nicer there, and to have kind of a because it was just kind of dirt and coming off where the bushes were, and so we put that little stone wall up, and it was starting to push those stones out. So I chopped it back real far, dug in as far. I have this tree limb trimmer that is amazing. It's so sharp. It's so fun to use, but it's long. The blade is very long and it's curved, so sometimes it's hard to get into places like near the ground. So I did cut as much of that away as I could and got rid of that and re-put the stones back up there. I made enough room that the stones fit well now and they're not falling apart. And then I did that because I was talking to our neighbor and she's like, your little stones are getting pushed, and she wasn't being mean about it. She was just saying that it's happening. And I didn't even know that. So that's when I got that out and I did that. And then I was like, we need to trim these bushes too. Andrew's been talking about this, and we need to do it. So I got out the extension cord. I found one extension cord. We have one in our dining room. And so I think it came back at one point with some of the tools that we had. So I plugged that in and to the outside of the garage. And it was just enough to do about half of the bush. And so I got about half of it done. And I got this chair out. I'm standing on this chair trying to get to the top of the bush because we haven't trimmed it in like probably 2 seasons. I used to trim it every year to keep it where I could reach the top. And we haven't trimmed it in like 2 seasons probably. So I took a lot off. Let's just say it got a good haircut. And it was starting to grow into our blueberry bush. We couldn't get through. It was hard to mow between our blueberry bush and that bush. So I chopped it up. And then I realized I was not going to have enough extension power cord to make it to the other side. And so I pulled out another extension cord that we had in the basement that had a light on it. And apparently it has a light, like one of those work lamps. It also has a plug. Apparently the plug doesn't work. Didn't know that. So that didn't work. And then I looked around. I found like an indoor extension cord. I'm like, well, we'll try this. But it wouldn't hook up to there's a very specific socket you need, like it's a round plug to get into the trimmer. And it was one of those long ones like this that could hold like 3 plugs. So that didn't work. And then I was like, you know what? I saw some Christmas lights. And so I took the Christmas lights and I said, I am going to film this if this works because this is hilarious. So I took the Christmas lights to try to extend, and the Christmas lights ended up, they have 2 holes for the plug that are just the same size, not one that's bigger and one that's smaller. And I needed one that's bigger and one that's smaller. So that didn't work. And then I found on an old refrigerator that we have in the basement that we don't use, it came with the house, there was an extension cord that was only about 2 to 3 feet. And so I grabbed that and I plugged that in. And it was long enough to do a little bit more. And then the plug on our porch, for some reason, it never works. And so just today I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And it worked. So that was nice. So I got the other side of the bush, and now all it's left is like this 2 square foot piece that is higher than everything else. Because I can't get around, I still don't have enough. So all of our cords are at the cottage. So when I'm up there next, probably tomorrow morning, maybe tonight, I will go and bring one out so that the next time we have a nice day and that I have some time, I can trim the rest of that bush and the other bush that we have that needs trimming, but I couldn't reach it from where I was. So that was my adventures. Susie says, tornadoes are way more scary than hurricanes are. At least you can watch the hurricane develop and have an idea where it's going. Tornadoes give one less time to prepare. Susie's making some dinner. Nice. Hopeful for a peaceful weekend. That's nice. What is the shrub forsythia? No, I wish we had forsythia. I don't know what this shrub is called. Andrew probably knows. But the leaves turn bright red in the fall. So if you saw that where we took pictures of our cats outside with us, we took the girls out and the boys out, and we took pictures in front of these bushes. The leaves are green all year, and then in the fall they turn a bright red color. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful bush, but that's what it is. So I'm hoping they're still going to push through. I know at one point, one year, I think I trimmed them early in the spring too, when they were starting to bud, and they came out just fine. So I'm hopeful that they'll be fine. Norma says, I've been sorting closets and storage areas. So much extra stuff accumulates over time. I forget what all I have. That's true. Susie says, you should have called. I have a very long outdoor extension. If you want to borrow, let me know. Thank you. You know what? I didn't even think to act like, I was just so in my head. And I wasn't sure when it was going to rain. Like you could feel it in the air today. Like you knew at some point it was going to rain soon. And I was like, I'll probably just find the extension I need and then it'll rain. But I actually got a lot more done after that. So I appreciate that, but I think all of our cords are all at the cottage. I just need to bring some home. So we have more than none here pretty much. Yeah. We have a big one. The one I used, we have in the dining room because when we brought stuff in, we hooked up a computer in the dining room because we had a computer at the store. And in our current store, we have no real room for that and no need for that because I bring my laptop up. And at the store, it was before I had my laptop. So we had this computer and now we put it in the dining room so that Andrew and I both have access to a quick computer down there. This one up here is fine, but it's a little bit slower. Sorry. But it's older, it's slower, it doesn't do everything. And we wanted something that was closer to the laser because the laser's in the dining room. And so whenever we would get something prepared on the laser, you'd have to come up here to see it on the screen and get it all lined up. And then you can't actually activate it from here, from the computer. You have to go down to the laser and actually hit a physical button to start it. It's a safety thing. So we would come up here, get it ready, run downstairs, hit the button, come back up here, see how long it was going to take. So we put a computer down there and we put it in the, it's like in the dining table. I told you our dining room is used for crafts. We don't actually eat there unless we have company. And so it's in the middle of the room. And of course, there are no plugs in the middle of the room. And so we needed a long extension cord to reach across the room. So that's why we ended up with an extension cord there. So I stole that one for a while and used that, but had no other ones today, no other ones to use. Let's see here. Danette says, I hope it's not a multiflora rose. Those are horrible. No, we know what those are, and we do not allow those in the yard. Andrew, actually, a neighbor was getting rid of their roses and told Andrew that if he wanted them, he could have them. And I don't think they knew what they were. They just thought they were roses. And when he when they went to bloom, when he got them and he realized what they were multiflora roses. So we destroyed those. They are terrible. We have some of those on the property at the cottage, and we want to go through the woods and like rip out as many and cut down as many of those as we can and get them out of there because they're not good. It sounds like a burning bush. That might be it. Does it get flowers? Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't remember if it gets flowers. It might do some kind of little flower. I can't remember. Mary Jane is here. Hello, Mary Jane. It's been a while. I got your email. Thank you. I'm glad that you're able to watch in the replays lately, but I'm glad you can hang out with us today. Anna is here today. Hello, Anna. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're all doing well. Charlie says, I forgot I was cleaning my hot water dispenser, LOL, so I finished that. Nice. She said, I'd be so frustrated with all the cords not working. I know. When it comes down to when you're going to use Christmas lights to extend your tree trimmer or your bush trimmer, that's dire times. I kind of wish it would have worked. I kind of wish it would have worked, though, because it would have been funny. There were some neighbors out, too, and I was like, just watch the neighbors talking about William out there with his Christmas lights trimming bushes. But it didn't work, alas. I actually wanted it to work so I could film it and show people what I was doing, but it didn't work. Dale says, good evening. How did y'all do last night? Didn't know. We've already talked about the weather, Dale. No. we got okay weather. We had some storms. We had some wild rain and wind last night, but some other people got some wild weather and tornado warnings, and Norma was talking about that. A few people were talking about having some tornado warnings earlier today too, and during the night. Not getting a lot of sleep. But yeah, so that was my day after doing some packing and shipping. And I met with somebody, and somebody was buying something in town, so I met with somebody for that today. Dropped off packages at the post office today, and in everything I did, Andrew's been out of coffee for like 2 days. And did I remember to pick up coffee today? No, I did not. So after this, I'll have to run out and get Andrew some coffee somewhere, probably, if they're still open, if anywhere is still open after the live. Anna says, LOL, that would have been a funny video. I know, right? Just decking the halls out there with the tree trimmer, and it would have been funny. I really wish it would have worked, but it didn't. It did not. Alas, no Christmas lights hooked up to the bush trimmer. Hello, Andrew.
What was that?
I was telling them about my adventures on trying to extend the extension cord enough to trim that bush.
Oh.
I said I even got the Christmas lights out at one point to try and elongate.
Oh, here we go.
But they didn't work.
Alas.
And Mary Jane says, hello, Andrew.
Howdy.
And I was telling them how all my adventures, I didn't even get you any coffee today.
Well, I feel it.
You feel it.
Deep in my bones.
I'll have to put you on here and go get you some coffee.
I know. I was like, what?
Before everybody closes. Costco gave out an entire Parmesan garlic chicken wing as a sample. I was sold and bought them, says Charlie. Nice.
That's funny.
Nice. Those samples, they get you, right? They do get you. Yeah. So that's what's been going on here. What's everybody else doing? Please hit the like. Please hit the share. Please hit the love. Please hit the subscribe. Do all that good stuff for us. The more people who see us, the more things we can do. We like doing more things. I'm pretty maxed out right now. We're doing a few things in the background that we're not really talking about yet. But once things are assured, and we'll do a little bit of talking about those. But yeah, we're working with somebody to get to do a little like charm bar with the AG Fine pewter. So that's something that's happening in the background, and we're getting that prepared. But yeah, it's a lot. We're doing a lot. But hit that share button so that more people see us, so we can keep doing more. We like doing more. More is more, right? Till it's too much. But yeah, we had some ramen for lunch. Andrew got these packs of dehydrated veggies, and he got this kimchi mix, dehydrated kimchi with vegetables and mushrooms. And so today we added that to the ramen, and that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we
from Ramen Day.
Ramen Bay. So that was good, and we that's what we had for lunch today, breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it around here. And Charlie said a charm bar would be so cute, right? Hello, Kim. Thanks for joining us. If you're out there, say hi. Let us know. What you got down there? What did you just get?
This is one of the donations for Spark.
Oh.
For the Crafting the Future fundraiser.
Oh, it's coming here.
I'm gonna send them all out to the winner. To the winner,
nice.
We've only had 2 people submit so far.
2 people, so that's a good chance of winning for $10.
And you can put as much money as you want. So if you want $10.
So for every $10, you get an entry.
Yeah, and so far there's not much competition.
And it ends
on the 5th.
So
6th, the 6th.
on the 6th.
And we'll pull the winner on the 7th.
So the midnight, 11:59 p.m. on the 6th.
And so far AGB fam's showing up.
Oh, good.
So I don't want to say who got it, but if one person wins, it's a short trip.
Short trip to delivery. Anna says, I did not know they dehydrated kimchi. Who knew?
They don't usually.
But Ramen Bay does. And it's what? BAE, like Bay.
Like your boyfriend.
Like your friend. Your friend.
Isn't Bay like your boyfriend?
Or really good friend? I don't know.
Sensual friend?
Sensual friend. It's that young people speak, but it's Ramen Bay, BAE. And they had dehydrated kimchi mix. And it was good. It flavored it good.
I was going to show you the ring, but I don't think I want to show you the ring because this pack's so pretty.
Oh.
Wow. I'll show you this.
Show you how it's packed.
It's really cute.
So that was the ring part of that. If you don't know what we're talking about, because we just kind of jumped into that. We have been talking about it, though. But we put together, Spark put together.
Mm-hmm. So, Crafting the Future.
Crafting the Future
is doing they do a fundraiser every year where they call artists to do what are called DIY raffles. So this is a way for them to connect to the community and have people kind of individually fundraise, and they can do it any way they want. Mm-hmm. So if you want to do a raffle, you can raffle objects, you can raffle services. Nice. Like one of them is like a consultation about glazes or something. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but if that's of value to somebody, then go for it.
Right.
So Spark, which I'm a part of, I'm one of the founding members, and I'm on the planning committee for Spark. We wanted to help show support for this wonderful organization by doing doing a fundraiser.
A DIY fundraiser.
Yeah, and I've done them in the past before.
Hello, Anne. Thanks for joining us.
I kind of remember this happening before where I was like getting real nervous.
And no one was going to.
And that nobody had donated. And then at the last minute, we had doubled.
You got to wait till Friday payday.
I got nervous because I was like, oh boy, this is going to be real embarrassing if I show up and only can get $10 contribution.
Your own $10.
Yeah, no. So, and I've won some amazing stuff.
This has one of your pair of earrings, a beautiful ring,
and a cake server.
Handmade.
Everything's handmade.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
get over $300 value.
And that's probably, how we undervalue ourselves. Mm-hmm. So this is probably worth more. Like mine has 24 karat gold, y'all. Mm-hmm. That's not. I'm not skimping.
No.
And all of our pieces kind of go together, which I didn't. I was looking at the pictures today, and I was like, oh my gosh, they all kind of go together.
They fit together.
Because they have this kind of like a little bit of that organic-y rustic style, like modern rustic.
Yeah, that's good. That works.
Because mine, the discs of the silver, I reticulated and add texture before I did the kumbu, which is called gold diffusion, and so that goes in with the kind of rustic way that the pieces are, the ring is, the cake server.
Yeah. So if people want to donate,
go to Crafting the Future. And it's like get involved and click on that.
I think it was right on their menu, right? You click down on their menu.
It says like get involved or something.
At the bottom of their menu, there's a big thing that says donate.
Bright yellow.
It
says donate.
Donate.
Then donate. And so for every $10, you get an entry to win.
Yes. So you take a picture of your receipt or a screenshot of your receipt, and you send it to Spark.
The Instagram is part. If you can't figure that out, just send it to me.
Send it to
and
Andrew.
I'll send it to Spark.
Yes. It's just confirmation that you donated and how much you donated, and then you will get one of the raffle tickets for each $10 that you donate.
It's going to be a sad raffle if there's only like 3 tickets.
3 tickets sold.
3 tickets so far.
$10, so $30 raised.
We'll only raised $30 for this amazing organization.
And a over $300 prize package.
I have to tell the rest of the cohort how much I've donated.
I need to.
Okay,
we need to put up something on our Facebook page and really share. I know you have.
I know, but not everybody sees me.
So we'll share it from Allegory, and we'll put some instructions on how you can do it.
And if y'all want to share, go ahead. If you know people who like nice earrings or rings,
cake servers.
Cake server. I want that cake server.
I know. It's like a $200 cake server, right?
He undercharges for his work, so he's only charging $74.
Oh.
But it's it's stainless steel. Okay, so let me listen. Stainless steel is not easy to work. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why people don't usually use it, because it's difficult to work with it for steel.
You can't use regular tools for that.
A lot of people, dude is like 6-something, and he's built like a truck. So when he hits stuff, it moves.
Yeah.
If I hit it, it's like gently
it'll rattle you back.
I know. So,
anyways, Dell says I have to wait until payday. I said
thank you.
Friday payday, right?
Yeah, because we appreciate it, and it's a really great organization. And even if you don't win, you're still
because they help young people get into crafting and afford.
I want to be one of the people they help, but I don't think
they help beginners, right, and younger people.
They help everyone.
Okay,
but they specifically focus a lot on younger people who don't have access
and beginners.
And so when I show up and I'm like, oh, I went to this craft school and I went to this craft school.
They're like, next.
They're like, he don't need no help.
He don't need no help.
But I still like them.
Yeah.
And SB, she's one of the main people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I adore SB.
Mm-hmm.
And so she says raise money, I raise money.
SB, glass artist, right? SB,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there it is. But we'll post more information on our Facebook page so that y'all can see that and probably post it in the group. Because I know I've shared it and Andrew shared it, but
you know how it is. They'll tell you 3 days after it happened.
Of course they will. So we'll try and get it up there.
I'm getting comments. Okay. So I post a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And I post stuff like making herb beds out of
Gesundheit.
Doppler radar. Like making an herb bed out of a spiral of rocks. I posted that on March 27th.
Mm-hmm.
People are now
commenting on it.
It's already almost middle of April.
Yeah, it's like a week away.
So, and people are like, wow. And I'm like, how come you're just now seeing this?
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things that, and that's the thing too. Like I posted about the hailstorm, has nothing to do with beads, nothing to do with what we actually do, but it got on YouTube. It was like the number one.
Oh, I bet.
One for the last like 24 hours.
Oh, I bet.
In ratings of all the other videos that we do in that time, and it got lots of views on Instagram and comments and on Facebook.
We should become weathermen.
I know. We're just going to share things that have nothing to do with beads, and we'll get more more views. Hopefully some people will go over to buy some stuff too. Be like, oh, let's see what these people are actually about. Oh, beads.
I know. They're like, what?
What? They're not weather.
I came here for the weather.
They're not meteorology real estate people.
I know. because I post about like places that we do look. I mean, at this point, I don't know. The idea that of like when I post stuff about real estate, sometimes it's serious. Like sometimes it's like we actually may think about like moving
our
or
house
consolidating or doing something where I'm always thinking of ways where we can improve our situation and like maybe cut costs with our mortgage or somehow like think about how we can make our commute easier.
Yeah.
So I post things about different buildings and stuff like that. Those ones got way more views than anything
else you post.
I mean, I could spend 100 hours on a painting.
But you put a building listing up.
Yeah, and then it goes like semi-viral.
Yeah.
I posted a lampshade one, and I got like over 1 million views.
That's wild.
And I was like, oh, what? So, anyways.
You never know. So we just keep throwing things out into the world and see what sticks. But we have been getting more people since I don't know how that works, but since I have been sharing also on TikTok and YouTube more often, we have been getting more people on Facebook following us.
Oh, good.
So I don't know if it has anything to do with people filtering over or what.
We are more active on Facebook.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, thank you for following us.
Are people still watching?
We've got 16 people watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 17 including Charlie over on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
At least, I don't know what the numbers, if they're lying or not. Yeah. But that's normal for a Thursday. Kind of normal. But we have a wonderful show tonight with lots of inexpensive bead strands for you all.
Coming around.
And I was saying, if you missed yesterday's show, we said that those prices would only be good for 24 hours. But if you are people we know, we will extend them. So if you get a chance, check that out. And I think I started saying, I don't know if I finished saying, yesterday happened in 2 parts. Andrew's spiral stitch demo happened first. And then I started showing my pottery and we lost the connection. And the live show was part 2. So if you saw part 1 and didn't see part 2, you missed the whole show, but you got to see Andrew's tutorial. So yeah. So make sure you check on that. And like I said, maybe today we'll see how much Andrew has here. He has the pickings over there. We'll see how much we get into. Maybe we will do a quick review of yesterday's of some of the things that are left. Anna says, as long as people find you and the website, you are doing well. Well,
who is that?
Anna said that. As long as they find you and the website, you're doing well. We don't get a lot of people on the website still. That's a thing. We're still trying to get that happening a little bit more. Lately, we have been getting some new people on the website that I see new names, which is good. But we're still trying to push that website and get people over there and figure that all out. So yeah. Yesterday was a tech test. Yes, it was. It was. Yeah.
I'm scared to go and do anything.
I know, but I said maybe we'll do a review of some of the things that are left from yesterday for people today. Let me flip this around. And our very high tech flipping of the camera.
I was talking to somebody about the system they use, and they can push a button and it changes the camera.
Yeah, we could do that if we had multiple phones set up. We could go in here.
Well, there's a switchboard.
Yes, you can get those too.
So here's the prize.
What's the prize? Oh, that's the prize.
So we're not going to open it.
We're not going to open that?
No, because it's so nicely wrapped.
Oh, it's actually wrapped in hieroglyphic paper.
And this is a card for me, but so don't open it. But that's an example of her other work.
So that's the ring that you could win if you entered the raffle that we
And her
talked
name
about
is
earlier.
Bianca Dorsey.
I love
Show
that
her
necklace.
Instagram.
Huh?
Show her Instagram on there. Look.
Where? Oh, it's there.
See? Is it?
I'm a spirit artist.
Y'all go follow her so that she knows that people like her.
I'm a spirit artist.
Maybe after the live, I don't know. But she's real nice. I like her.
That's good.
She lives in Brooklyn.
Let's see here. Kimberly says, I tagged the shop and Andrew last night from my personal page. Thank you. We appreciate that.
And I may change this one's hair, but this is sneak peek for
sneak peek for tomorrow's reveal.
Uh-huh.
He's got something in that box. It's being released.
The shadow creatures.
Shadow creatures. Look, it's all coming together now. How did the shadow creatures happen? They came out of his box.
Generational trauma.
Generational trauma. Oh no. Anna says, I'm going to follow. Good, thank you. Go follow her.
I feel bad for my mentor sometimes because I trauma dump on her. And she's like, I'm not a therapist.
I'm not a therapist. You got to find one of those yourself.
And I'm like, no, but this gives you contacts. And she's like, all right.
Charlie says, I'm bouncing in and out of here, but I'm watching on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you.
So I may change it because this anime hair, I don't know.
If it's going to be anime hair, it should be bigger anime hair. He says, mind your business.
I know. Huh. Everybody's a critic. Everyone's so creative.
I like it. I wasn't saying anything.
Wow.
You're the one that said it.
All right. So I'll do a tutorial while you go run and get me coffee.
Oh, we have 26 people watching.
All right. Well, then they're going to enjoy.
They're going to enjoy the tutorial? Shouldn't we do the live sale? Donna says, hello, William, Andrew, and AGB fan. My son is home. We are figuring it all out. He's doing so good. Oh, good, Donna. Good. We'll continue to send good vibes for him to have a healing time at home. Healing time at home. Yeah, so Andrew is going to do a quick demo or tutorial of something with you all. This is news to me, news to you. You didn't even know that was happening, but it is. And then I'm going to go get him some coffee because he's in desperate need, or he wouldn't do that. Julie's here. Hello, Julie. Hello, Julie. Thanks for joining us. Super Saiyan releasing Pandora's box, right? Says, nah, he looks cool. You just made me think it when you said anime. I know, right? Andrew stepped out. He went to go get his materials, I think, for this tutorial he's going to do. Are y'all want a tutorial from Andrew? Want to hang out with Andrew doing a tutorial? See something new tonight? We're going to do a tutorial. All right.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. You surprised me with a tutorial. I was going to do a review of things that they may have missed yesterday.
Oh, well, I can do that too.
Susan just joined us. Hello, Susan. Dropped to 20 people.
Oh. No tutorial, y'all.
I asked, do you want a tutorial or you want to start the show? What do you want, everybody? Tell Andrew. I'm going to go get him some coffee before the place is all closed.
Okay.
I don't have my phone, though, to pay. I can use a real card. I think this will work. Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. It's me, Andrew. Hello.
So creative.
I know. I can't. Somebody already has that. That's their copyright.
I know, but as soon as you said everyone, that's what it reminded me.
I know. So, how y'all doing? Susan says, I had to get away from watching from the TV, so I'm upstairs watching the live and listening to some classical piano. Oh, good. Well, we I would love to put music on our things, but that's how, like, because I usually work, if I'm not listening to an audiobook, I'm listening to music. So, yeah, I don't know what got, I think William pulled. I don't know. Let's do a little tutorial because um Dale says I'm game, wish I could beat along, but at work. Angel says yes to an Andrew tutorial. Alright, let's do a quick one. Susan says that's a naughty no-no for social media. Sad. Correct. And then they pull your videos, so that's not useful to me. Alright, let's see. I have some thread because we did a tutorial yesterday using some fireline. So we can use that. We can use this. And I got a needle. Let's see what else we got. Got some. All right. So we'll do a quick one. I'll show you how to make a little something something. All right. So these are Miyuki 4mm squares in mustard. And let's see what else we got. I just had a bunch of beads up here. And these ones are Miyuki 80 Delicas. And I think those will maybe work. I'm going to have to do some figuring on the fly. So we'll see if this actually works or not. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a wingspan of thread. And if you saw, I just held this close and then I pulled the thread on it and that cut it nice and sharp. And then I'm going to go ahead and thread my needle. And that's what I'm going to do. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stop bead on. And that's going to help keep my project from slipping off. So I've got this bead. It can be any bead. I prefer to use a slightly bigger bead, so like a size 6 seed bead, so that I can actually see it. And so I just strung it on, and then I'm going back up through it, and that's going to kind of lock my work in place. See that? All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this actually is going to work or not. So I'm going to spill out some of my cubes. So sometimes this is what I do. I call it sketching with beads. And sometimes I have an idea, but I don't actually know how to do it. So I'll sometimes sit down and work with it and see if I can actually do it or not. All right, so I'm just gonna see if I strung on one of this kind of look like SpongeBob SquarePants. So I strung on one of these cubes and two of these size 80 Delicas, and I put them over down to the bottom. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these off to the side like this, so that they're sitting next to each other. And I'm going to go up through just the, boy, this is not convenient. Like, there's all these cords and stuff. Oh, wow. That'll be fine. And make sure that they are sitting nice together. So it kind of looks like that. And if I sound snorchy, it's because I am. The weather has been pretty wild here today, so it's been okay. So now that this is coming up through the yellow, see how the thread's coming up through the yellow? I'm going to go down through the blue again. And that's really going to create that kind of locked piece in there. So it makes that. All right. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add another yellow. And I'm going to go down, since I'm coming through the bottom here, I'm going to go down through the top. And it's important to kind of keep the tension firm on this. I don't know what we're actually doing, but it's important to keep the tension firm, because if they go and they get all wavy gravy style, then it's going to be nigh impossible to do anything with this. All right, so I'm going to add another 2 of these delicas, this size 8 delicas, 8-0. And this is called ladder stitch. So I'm going to go down through those. And if I'm doing this correctly, it's going to lock the beads in place as I'm working. So that's kind of the goal there for that to happen. All right. So I'm going to continue this probably until there are about maybe 5 of the yellow. Now, if you get any wonky yellows or wonky blues, then just pick those out. And because they are different sizes, they are going to want to not to sit together and play nice. So that's something to consider, because sometimes things that, especially delicas and stuff, they usually lock together real easy. Same with cubes. Usually they lock together real easy, but if you're working with 2 different sizes, sometimes it's a little bit more tricky. So it's even more important than ever to be mindful about your tension, because otherwise it can get real wavy gravy style. And right now I'm just doing ladder stitch. So I'm just weaving these in and out. And I'm on the 4th yellow, so I'm going to add another row of blue, and then I'll have the little 5 yellow. And I don't know what I'm making. So if people are like, what are we making? We're just being creative and taking these little beads for a little walk. And then we'll go from there. All right. So once we have this down, I'm going to add 1 more yellow. I'm going to look at my work. All right. So add 1 more yellow, and then we're going to jump up, I think, to the next row. All right. So there you go. That's how you get that kind of basic foundation set up. Charlie's over on Instagram. She said, tutorial. Oh, good. All right. So that's what we've got going so far. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different bead. And I've got these cute little kind of periwinkle beads. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to add kind of thinking about how I want to do this. All right, so this is the foundation of this. Um, and sometimes I like to look at it on the side or turn it around, and it helps sometimes kind of figure out this idea. All right, so I'm going to pick up blue, 2 blues, and a yellow. And I'm going to go up through this next bead. And the idea will be that they will lock in place and form this. All right. So I'm going to go up through this yellow bead coming next. Pick up 2 blues. And then I'm going to go down through the yellow that's next to it. And up through that yellow. Or down through the yellow. So I just did a figure 8. I don't know if this is going to be anything or if I'm just like messing around. But this is, I think, I don't know. I don't really like that. So I'm going to take that off. Sorry, y'all. So, and the reason why the sometimes that kind of looks a little bit wonkadoodle is because if you sometimes when you have different different size of beads, it can kind of throw off the proportions. Like it can, if you have an increase and a decrease, then sometimes it can make it a little bit wonky. So they did this this art piece where they built a wall and they just randomly threw a book into the base layer of that wall. And where that wall is, or where that book is, it's real subtle. It was a real skinny book. But by the time you build on top of that, at the top of the wall, there's a great big hump. And so all those little tiny increments get larger and larger and more exaggerated. So sometimes you have to be a little bit careful when you're using these different ones, different sizes. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brick stitch. So I'm going to pick up 2 of these little periwinkle beads. And these are 8/0. And I'm going to go up through that. And whenever you start a row with brick stitch, it's always good to add 2, usually. Oop. I undid my work there. All right, so I'm going to do that again. So go back up through the latest one and the last of the row. And then I'm going to go and pick up another one of these. And then when you're doing brick stitch, you find the thread bridge next door. You go underneath it. And then you go up through that bead. So you get this kind of look. That doesn't look like anything right now, but I think it could be cute if I keep going. All right, I'm just gonna go and do this again. So a lot of the bead work is real repetitive. So go underneath the thread bridge and then go up through the bead that you just added. And that's brick stitch. So we started with ladder stitch and then moved on to brick stitch. And so I'm just gonna go all the way up. And the thing about brick stitch, which I like, is it's very organic. So you just find the thread bridge next door and then go underneath it and then add your beads. So, you know, sometimes with some of the patterns and stuff, you have to be real precise. Like you have to be real precise about stuff. And you have to like, oh, count this many and add this many and up this and down that. And this is really kind of meditative. So you can just pick up a bead, go underneath the thread bridge, and then go to the next one. It's real, you don't have to think about it too hard. which is one of the reasons why I like brick stitch. I actually use brick stitch probably the most of all the stitches, um, at least in the work that I'm making now. And I think it's real meditative because it's almost like you're just sewing stuff on because you actually are. All right, so after I get done with this little mini tutorial that we've got going, and it says, it will look like something stitching is good to do while listening to music, books, or podcasts. Yeah, it's very meditative to me. So when we finish this tutorial, then we'll get into the gemstone and glass sell down. Now, when we get to the end here, there isn't a thread bridge next. So I have to get kind of creative about how I do this. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually go through this yellow, and that will be how I get over to this other side. And at this point, I'm going to remove my stop bead, and I'm going to fold my tail down so that it doesn't get in the way. And then I'm going to go jump over on this side and do exactly what I did on the other side. So if you are starting a row, you do it with 2 beads. So pick up 2 of these little ones. You go underneath the thread bridge. Then you go up through that last bead that you added. And you have to pull that kind of snugly. Now, they may not want to work nicely because there are changes in kind of the elevation, but they will eventually. So the more you kind of add, the smoother it gets. So I'm going to go underneath that thread bridge and up through that bead. So there you go. So I'm just doing brick stitch. I did ladder stitch with those 2 sizes, and then I'm going to go back and add a layer of brick stitch. Norma says it looks like a caterpillar. Yeah, I can see that. I kind of think of it as like a border almost. I hear one downstairs. Good. So I'm just going to continue doing this. I'm going to do this kind of full speed as much as I can do it with all this stuff in the way. Because sometimes it's real hard to do stitching when you have like lights and stuff, and so that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just gonna go and do this, and hopefully we don't lose a bunch of people. But this, if you are and sorry I'm so snorchy. I have really bad allergies this time of year. Well, I always have allergies, but particularly I have really bad allergies this time of year. And then also, we've had some storms come through, and so that kind of throws off my sinuses for some reason. All right, so that kind of looks a little bit wavy gravy style. I'm not 100% convinced about that, but I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully it kind of figures itself out. All right, at the very minimum, it covered kind of the basics of ladder stitch and brick stitch. So even if this doesn't turn out really like cute, at least we would have gone over some fundamental stitches. So that's nice, you know. Not everything can be a winner straight out the gate, I guess. But who knows? Maybe this is going to be my favorite thing. Susan's the same here, Andrew, with allergies and being a weather barometer. Yeah, I had some really bad migraines last couple days. And I can actually feel it in my face of when the weather shifts. And because my sinuses, it's like the pressure was moving. I don't know what it is. I guess it's air trapped in the little bones of my face and the sinuses. I don't know if this is actually happening, but that's what it feels like. There's like air trapped in there, and I can feel it moving. So I don't know about that. It's not my favorite. I'm sure there's like a science reason. Um, and it says, yes, migraine day here, really high pressure here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully, you can have some relief soon. Donna says, the tree pollen here in Alabama is horrible. Plus, what you're talking about is a real thing. Yeah, so, howdy.
Howdy.
Are you cold? It's hot in here to me.
It's chilly outside.
Is it? I need to go stand outside.
It's not chilly. It's just not quite t-shirt weather for me.
I need to stand outside because I'm sweating.
Open the window.
Maybe. All right, so I might have to go find some short pants. All right, so this is what we did. Since oh, I'm so happy. I've been thinking of you all, of the people in the storm. I don't know, or me. I don't know. What was I saying?
Andrew?
Who am I?
What are you doing?
So all I did is I went through that yellow bead and then went up through that. So that's what we made. That looks a little bit wonky. I don't know. So I could use this. I think if I did like a lot of these, with Donna, because of her son, maybe. All right. So I think if I did like a bunch of rows and made this into a bracelet, that could be cool. So, but for the time being, I'm not going to do that so we can get started with our show. But I think if I add more, it will kind of, it'll erase some of the wonkiness to it. And sometimes you have to tell the beads where to go. So you have to kind of reinforce stuff with stitches so that knows that you mean business. And so I think that could be cool as a component. So if I had a bunch of these like that, just imagine. It could make a really kind of like modern, but slightly like wavy gravy style. So it would look like it's like kind of shivering. So anyways, that's me. I just did that, made that. Did y'all like that? As far as a finished item, if you wanted to, you could add like a bail and make that into an earring component, maybe. I don't know. Does that sound like an idea or no? Yes? No? What do you think, William?
Yes.
You don't even know what it is.
I do know. I saw it.
How did you see it?
I looked at it when you were showing it.
Do you think that could be some? How come it feels like I'm so far away? Like I'm like, whoa.
Our phones are different.
Whoa.
You're on my phone today.
It's probably newer. It is newer, isn't it?
It's 1 year newer.
Like this seems like such a far space. And it's really like 6 inches. I'm over here. All right. So before we lose any more people.
How many did you lose?
About 8.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to jump off. And then I may finish this later with some, like, add a couple more rows. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I do have other things in my life that I'm working on, so this is not the high priority, but I do think that's a nice little quick 10-minute tutorial.
There you go.
My beaded bliss is I'm still here. Oh, good. Oh, we got another person, another 2 people came back.
Nice.
Maybe they had to go to the bathroom. They're like, oh, here he goes with them tiny beads.
Here he goes.
Donna says, well, thank you, Andrew. I enjoyed that tutorial. You know, sometimes you just have to work it. You have to just do it. And you can work it out. And then you're informed by the doing. So, like with this, I can see that, you know, maybe to make it easier on myself, what I can do is add 2 maybe size 10s on either end of those cubes. And if I had like a dark cobalt maybe, or in like a size 10, 10O on either end of those yellow, it would reduce some of that high-low business that's happening. And I think that could be a little bit cuter. And because it would be a dark color, it would add a little bit of depth to it. So there you go. And then you just would repeat that over and over. But it depends also on how you want to make a bracelet. So if you wanted to, you can, it naturally wants to flow like this, to bend like this. So if you just continue that all the way around, that could be cool. And then I would maybe make another 2 or 3 rows of that kind of in between colors, and then that way it's like a little bit more substantial. And then of course edge it with gold. So there you go. Design interlude with Andrew.
Design interlude. Now
Everyone's so
now
creative.
he can get his coffee.
That you know, I would be like that lady. That lady, if she did craft tutorial critique, she'd be like, everyone's so creative. Just do whatever you want to do, like you're a kid and you don't have your parents.
For crafts.
Huh? Oh, I don't want to get in trouble though. That's how you make enemies. She don't care if those people who don't cook good are her enemies. She's not there for them. If I do that and start critiquing my peers, I'm gonna get in trouble.
They're gonna get in trouble. Like you don't already get in trouble.
Yeah, it'd be extra.
Extra.
Talk about the quickening.
The quickening.
I can feel it now. I'm getting hot already thinking about it.
Already. All right, y'all. Let's do while Andrew gets some of these more ready.
Do you want to do it now?
Let's do a quick recap.
What do you want to jump into the new one, or do you want to do recap? Do a recap since nobody
That's what I was going to say.
Yesterday.
Let's do a recap since we only had about 4 people watching yesterday.
Well, let's show the universe.
Let's show the universe. What are you showing the universe?
The recap.
All right, y'all.
I'm about to show the universe the coffee from my throat.
Go ahead. It's brewing.
I can smell it, and it smells like ham.
Cheryl's lurking from the Brewers game. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for lurking.
That game must be boring.
All right. So they were GC lots. If you'd like to claim any of these are yesterday's. We're going to do a quick recap of the things that are left from yesterday, since we didn't have a lot of people watching yesterday, and you may have missed it. So in order to purchase from this video, take down the lot number. That's GC number. Send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. If you've claimed with us before, you know the deal, but like to always put out the refresher for those who haven't been here in a while or for those who are new. Please send a new email every time. Do not reply to an old email to send a new one. It groups everything together and you miss out on stuff. These were only $3. What? $3 for 16-inch strands of round hematite. Real hematite, y'all. These are 6 millimeters. I'm going to go pretty fast today because for this part, because this is a recap and you can watch the full video if you want to, but this is just a quick review. So 16-inch strands, hematite rounds in 6 millimeters, GC1, $3 a strand only. 3 strands of those left. Nobody grabbed any of those yesterday. $3 a strand, that's a good deal. Even if you just use them for spacers or, you know, something simple. That's $3 for a whole strand of hematite rounds. All right. Next up, GC2. We just sold one of the GC1s. Thank you so much. GC2 is this green calcite. Green calcite.
Aventurine.
Green aventurine.
You know, Megan said that.
I thought we said calcite yesterday too.
Aventurine.
Green aventurine. 3 strands of green aventurine. Green aventurine. And these,
so creative.
yeah, they are. This is 10 millimeters by about 14 and a half. These are 8-inch strands. $5 a strand only. $5 a strand. And this is adventurine, right? Yeah, I know. Green aventurine, y'all. Green aventurine. I was looking at, I had calcite in my brain because I pulled from our garage finally some of the specimens and some of the polished and tumbled stuff we had, and I was looking through them today, and calcite was on my brain. And it's a great stone. It is. It's a pretty green color, says Susan. It is that too. And there are still 3 of them. Nobody bought any. 8-inch strand. We just sold the other 2 GC1s.
Okay.
So those are all claimed. Thank you so much. We actually oversold on those. GC2. Let's see here. Are these? All right, let's keep moving. Keep moving. So I said this is.
Your fast is kind of slow.
I know. You know me. Everybody here knows me. I say I'm going fast and then I can't. Let's do
each individual bead.
right. This is picture jasper, if I got that right. Picture jasper.
Correct.
These are corner drilled squares. They are approximately 14 millimeter corner drilled squares, 8-inch strands for $4 only. Super pretty. We were talking about how pretty the patterns are on these yesterday. Just really high quality stones. They're so good they look fake. Like they look like they've been printed and paper mache'd on. It's just such a good quality stone. So those are picture jasper GC3, $4 a strand only. 2 strands left. We sold one of those. GC2, we've sold one of those, so we have 2 of those still left. Thank you so much. GC7 is the next one we have one left of. I'm surprised this didn't sell out, but this is the electroplated hematite stars in this dark rainbow. Electroplated hematite stars. This is an 8-inch strand. These stars are approximately 8.5, 8 to 9 millimeters. What do they say here? They say 8 millimeters on the tag. They're a little bit bigger. They're about 8.8. So there we go. Electroplated hematite stars. GC7, $4 only. 1 strand left. Most of those got bought up. We still have 1 strand left. GC7. We just sold GC7. Thank you so much. That is now sold out. Thank you. Then we have GC8. Somebody asked for celestial stuff, and so Andrew got celestial stuff in. You missed a lot of it yesterday, but there's still some left. These are the moons. These are in hematite in silver, and these are the half moons, quarter moons. What are those? Quarter moons. 4.7 millimeters by about 8.5 millimeters. 8-inch strands, $4 for the strand only, one strand available. GC8, just one strand available. GC9, GC9, $6, 32-inch strands of sodalite. Really nice quality sodalite. No one bought any of these. These are still available. Sodalite chips. Anna says, I think I got all the celestial stars and moons. Great deals. I think they're really good deals. Look at this high quality sodalite, even some orange. Look at that orange in there. Ooh, I love when you see the orange in sodalite. But look how deep blue these are. Beautiful color in these sodalite chips. Only $6 for an entire 32-inch strand of high quality sodalite chips. Stunning, stunning. GC8 has sold out now. The moons, thank you so much. So these are the chips in sodalite, and just to give you, they're all different, y'all, but about 8 millimeters is right there. 8 millimeter chips, 32-inch strands, $6. GC9. We've sold one of those so far. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. GC10. Blackstone. I think obsidian. Andrew, I believe, yeah, black obsidian. Black obsidian, only $5 for an 8-inch strand. 3 of them available. High quality, beautiful stones, black obsidian. And these are those rectangles. I think, again, what were they, 10 by 14 and a half? Is that right? That's what the other ones were? Yeah, 14 and a half. 10 by 14 and a half. Obsidian, black obsidian. GC10, 8-inch strands, 3 of them available. What do you think of this speed, everybody? Should we do all the shows this speed? Just do right in after another? Instead of my slow talk. GC11. Almost all of these sold out. We do have one left. GC11. $5 for the beautiful goldstone. Goldstone strand in this awesome shape. One strand available, only $5. 8 millimeter beads. 8-inch strand of goldstone. One strand available. GC11, $5. We just sold one of the GC10s, the black obsidian. Thank you so much. There are 2 of them still left. GC12 coming up. GC12. This is ocean jasper. High quality. It even has some of the reds and pinks that you don't often see. Let me move this light a little bit. Oh, that's why my screen turned. It's 9 o'clock. Let me turn the yellow off. Really need to update that schedule. So beautiful ocean jasper, high quality drops, faceted drops, 8-inch strands. This is one of the more expensive strands. $9 a strand, really worth it. This is a good quality. You don't see this like this very often. This is 8 millimeter by approximately, if I can get in there, 8 by 13 and a half. 8 millimeter by 13 and a half. We sold one of these strands. We still have 2 of them left. $9 each, 8-inch strands of gorgeous. Look at that. It has some of that blue in there, that green blue. And this is vintage ocean jasper. Not going to find those anymore. I know, right? That's high quality. You don't see the ocean jasper with the pinks and the blues all that often anymore. So there they are. GC12, $9 a strand. 2 strands of those. Well, just sold one of those. Thank you so much. 1 strand of those still left. All right, more celestial stuff. GC13, $4 only for the moons, the quarter moons in electroplated gold. So it's hematite that's been electroplated with a gold finish. Look at that beautiful 8-inch strand. The moons are on this strand, hard to measure, 4.5 millimeters by approximately 8.5. 8.5, or was that 8? 8, sorry, by 8. 5 by 8 is what the tag says. Hematite electroplated GC13 only $4, only one left. Gold, not gold, it's not gold, it's just color gold. Not for $4. All right. GC14. Oh, somebody help me with this stone. It's a jasper. Can't remember what kind. Terrible with that. Andrew left me. These are these elongated, or the large rice beads. Really, really pretty patterning. Pretty colors. Aren't those, they look yummy. Don't eat the beads, everybody. But these are really nice. $5 a strand only, 8-inch strands. They're approximately 7.3 millimeters by 15. 7.3 by 15 millimeters. GC14. Look at those. It's a beautiful green, that kind of limey green, that kind of spring, summer, good colors. Kimberly says, I would guess kiwi jasper, but not 100%. I don't think they're kiwi. I think kiwi's usually darker. I forget what jasper this is. Anyway, it's a good one. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that color. GC14, really cool color, says Donna, right? Great colors. It's that limey green you don't see very often. I love it, but it's a special kind of green. And it reminds me always of spring and summer. GC14, they're only $5 a strand if you're interested in one. 3 strands available. Nobody grabbed any of those ones. Here's another one, GC15. This is a really nice quality too. This is another jasper. Look at how pretty that is. I think it's jasper. Forget what kind though again. Andrew needs to get back up here. He should have had his coffee by now. Andrew, where are you? Where are you, Andrew? These are faceted ovals. GC15. These are $8 a strand. This is a nice quality. These are really nice quality stones. Look at the color in these. Ooh, look at the patterns. Beautiful stones. GC15, $8 only, 8-inch strands, 3 of them available. This is a 10 by 14 millimeter. Andrew picked these, so he knows all the names. I don't remember those, but they're really pretty. And I know we talked about it yesterday, it's a higher quality stone because it might be fancy jasper, Donna, or rainforest jasper, very possibly. I can't remember. Both of those were well, I wasn't thinking fancy jasper actually, but it might be fancy jasper. I think it actually is fancy jasper. Because we were kind of joking because it's so fancy. But jaspers have different names for the same one sometimes. It's really pretty. We've sold two of these so far. Thank you so much. There's one of them left. GC15, one left. GC16, we sold one of these yesterday. We still have 2 of them available. These are the high quality tiger eye corner drilled squares. I know that one, tiger eye. $5 a strand. Look at that. Look at the quality in those. Look at the quality. And I think these are, what were they, 14 millimeters? 14.8. So about 14 and a half. We'll say 14 and a half millimeter. Corner drilled squares. This is a really popular, we have strands like this in the store. They are more than $5 each, I will tell you that. And they are more than that. And this corner drilled square is a very popular cut. It's a very popular stone. We sold, I think, more of the corner drilled squares than any of the other shapes. And so if you like those, they're only $5 a strand, 8-inch strands, two of them available. 2 of them available still. We've just sold another one, so 1 of those are now available. 1 still left. Thank you so much. GC 18. More of that beautiful picture jasper. We didn't sell any of these, but you're going to want to look at them because it's more of that picture jasper. And look at how pretty. These are squares, little chiclet-like little things, but look at those patterns. I'm just going to go real quick, real quick. For me, it's quick, but look at the patterns and how beautiful those are. So pretty. And they're only $4 a strand for an 8-inch strand. $4 a strand, 8-inch strands, 10 millimeter, 10.5 millimeter squares. 3 of them available, GC 18. GC 18. You'll see some numbers are missing because we did sell out of them. I'm not showing you anything that's not still available. I don't want to tease you that way. GC 19. You can get the whole picture jasper family today because these are the rectangles. Again, super beautiful patterns in these. Look at that. Look at that stone. And these are only $5 a strand. You could use 2 of these, make a pair of earrings, sell it for a $10 pair of earrings, and you've doubled your money on the entire strand already. These are so beautiful. Let me show you. Let me show you another strand here. I'm only showing you one side. I'm not flipping them all, but they are beautiful. Beautiful picture jasper. Stunning, stunning quality. GC 19. Let's see. 18. How many do we have? We have 3 of those. We just sold 2 of the 18s. Thank you so much. There's 1 of those left. There are 3 19s still available at this moment. And Charlie said, I missed your comment. They look like they can glow in the dark. Was that jasper one? Yeah, right? Oh, and then, I can't believe it. I don't think anybody bought any of these last night. GC20. Let me see. 1, 2. After people asking us, yeah, 3 strands, 32-inch strands of blue goldstone. People asked us if we had blue goldstone, and we didn't, so Andrew got some. We got blue goldstone chips, $8 a strand only for 32-inch strands. 32-inch strands of blue goldstone chips. Now this is a human-made stone. It's not a natural stone, but it's super cool. And I love how they made these chips look like every other like stone chip, gemstone chip. And these have some beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it. I'm hoping you can. But look at that beautiful blue. Some are darker, some are lighter, some are more a little bit transparent. Really pretty, pretty stones. So that's the blue goldstone, $8 only for an entire 32-inch strand. We've sold 1 of those so far. Thank you so much. That's more than last night. We've got 2 left. 2 of them left. If you want that, that's a good deal. Jump on that. GC20. All right. GC21. GC21. We've sold 1 of these so far. We still have 2 of these available. This is opalite. Now, we've been selling vintage opalite That's good quality. This is good quality too. But we sell them for up to like $1 to $2 a bead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 beads on that. That could easily be, if it were vintage, a $20 strand. $5. $5. And this is really good quality modern opalite. Like, look at the, you can see the rainbows in there.
Did you know that a lot of vintage opalite comes from Westmoreland County?
You've said that, but I think that's so cool. That's where we are, everybody. Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania. Vintage, no, modern. This is modern opalite. We've just sold both of those. Thank you so much. They are both gone. GC21.
Oh, thank you.
People have been claiming tonight.
Good. They're ready for.
They're ready. We're getting ready for part 2. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, everybody. I think they're liking this quick speed, maybe.
Oh, good.
You like this fast? I know. Maybe we should do this all the time.
That's why I tell you to hurry up.
Is this better for everybody? This is $7. Somebody asked us for mermaid glass, so Andrew got some mermaid glass.
It's flashing in my eyeball hole.
Oh yeah, look at it flashing. This is a blue-green mermaid glass. These are approximately 8 to 8.5 millimeter rounds. 8.3 is what they come up as. GC22. These are 16-inch strands. These are full strands. 16. Well, no, wait. I lied. They're 14-inch strands. Charlie says, I do like the fast pace. I'm less likely to wonder to find a snack.
I like snacks.
Who doesn't like snacks? How was your coffee?
I have yet to enjoy it.
Oh, too hot. This is a 14.5-inch strand. 14.5-inch strand of mermaid glass. GC22, only $7 for a 14.5-inch strand. Blue-green mermaid glass, 2 of them available. GC22. Yeah, that's a low price. We haven't had that. I don't know if we have any in the online store right now, but those that we have in the online store are old. So if they're anywhere near that price, that's because they're a few years old. Now, these are fun. GC23. Anna says, I like the leisurely approach for the regular presentations. Like a little slower for the real time. I'm going to put these all at once because we only have one of each of these, and they slightly go up in size as they go up in a per dollar. $1. So $3, $4, and $5 for these beautiful, fun glass beads. These are glass. So GC23, they're all 8-inch strands. This is a 4.5 millimeter round. GC24 is an 8.5 millimeter round, and GC25 is a 10 millimeter round.
So the mermaid glass, when we're selling it, we're usually selling it in 8-inch strands for about $7.
Beth asks, GC22 left. I'd love one if so. Beth, just send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com with GC22 in there. We do have one of those. We have 2 of those left right now. So just send us an email, claim via email. Put GC22 in the subject line, address it to info@allegorygallery.com, and hit send. That way, that's how we do claims, because it's the only way we do it, because everything comes in order. And I love it. It makes spreadsheeting so much easier.
Yeah. Can you imagine how we used to do it olden times?
We had to have someone sitting there with a pen and paper taking down comments because as they were happening, because you never knew who, or writing names on things as they were happening. We've sold 24, and then somebody tried to get one of each. So you got 23 and 25. So they're all sold. Thank you so much. What are those lovely candy beads, says Charlie.
That's a snack.
That's a snack.
You know, when you were here in person, you didn't talk about.
You weren't snackalicious at all.
Not even one time.
And good to see you here, Beth. Thank you for tuning in, by the way.
Which Beth?
Beth Blanc.
Oh, hi.
So we appreciate that. Makes pretty designs. What am I doing here? Getting these in order. Where am I at? 20. So this is a recap of yesterday. If everyone's just tuning in, these are yesterday's things. That's why we're going fast.
You post that raspberry tiramisu yesterday or a couple days ago, Beth? Is that how I know you?
Beth Blanc Designs. Beth Blanc. Oh no, did you? Did you, Beth? Was that you?
That looks delicious. AI photo, but it looks delicious.
This is GC26. This is lampwork glass in this beautiful kind of purple gray. It's a sandblasted, so a matte finish lampwork.
We have those left?
One strand. It's a little over its 4-inch strand. Only one left. GC26. 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 One left. Only $5. Only $5. All right. Let's move on. Keep it moving, William. Keep it moving. GC26. Yeah, we've converted a few people over to our send an email method because they've done trunk shows with us or they've hung out with us and they're like, this makes so much sense. And we don't have to up our prices by getting that comment sold and all that stuff either. So this is GC27, $5 for a 16-inch strand of blue glass. These are vintage. You want to take a little soap and water to them. They've got a little bit of the release on them. 10mm beads, one strand available, $5 only for a 16-inch strand of blue glass, vintage.
It kind of looks like Japanese glass, but it's not.
It kind of does. It looks a lot like Japanese glass. All right. Next up, GC20.
Am I bringing down the vibe?
I don't know. Are you?
People still watching.
Yeah, we got 22 people watching, but they like the speed. They like the speed. Okay, this one
I don't know if I can keep up with you.
I sold earlier today, so that one's not available. Sorry. And GC30. Oh, let's see. We just got GC16 and 18. I don't know if we had those available still. 18. Somebody just sent that in. Yep, we had one of those. And the 16, we had one of those. So those are sold out now. Thank you so much. GC30. Is this Red Creek Jasper? Or
Red
Poppy?
Jasper.
Poppy?
No, it's not Poppy. Poppy is in spots.
Okay.
And it only comes in from Morgan Hill, California.
So this is just Red Jasper.
Did you know the person who used to sleep in this room lives in Morgan Hill, California?
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
One of the kids that grew up in this house. That's where he lives now.
GC20. We just sold a GC20. Let me make sure we still have that.
Do you see rocks?
We did have a GC20. We still have one GC20 left.
And he was like, no.
No. So this is GC30, and these are 10.4 millimeters by 14.3 millimeter rectangles, cubed rectangles, 3D rectangles. GC30, very pretty. Look at that. Good quality on this Jasper Andrew picked up. Good quality on all the Jaspers tonight and last night. So this is GC30, 3 of them available, $6 a strand for an 8-inch strand. All right, get in there, everybody. They don't want to cooperate. You were in there. Stay in the back. All right, starting with GC31 tonight. So moving into new territory.
Let's do a giveaway.
Oh, you're going to do a giveaway? All right.
I don't have any paper.
All right.
Maybe give this away.
Give this away. So this is a luxury bead blend that Andrew has created. Luxury bead blend that Andrew has created. And let me think of a giveaway question. He left me without giving me the question. Okay. First person, if you listen to the beginning of this video, I talked about my mishaps trying to extend my extension cord. What did I try to use to extend my extension cord today? First person to say it. These are in the comments. You don't have to email for those. First person to say it in the comments gets this bag. First person that says it correctly and that we see it gets it. And Anna got it. Thank you, Anna. Christmas lights. That's right. I did. Christmas lights. Thank you so much, Anna. You have won this luxury bead blend by Andrew. Let me well, I can't put your name on it. I'll put your name on the bag. Because Andrew went to get paper. We don't have paper. Kimberly says, I was late to the show today. Oh no. Oh no. Susan says, me too. Oh no. Well, so I was cutting my bush with the electric bush cutters outside, and my extension cord didn't go the entire way. So in order to try to extend it, I was trying everything. I didn't have any extension cords, and or at least any that would work. And it finally came down. I pulled out some Christmas lights to try to see if that would extend my reach. It didn't work. I was going to video it for y'all if it did, because I thought it would be hilarious with me up there in the trimmers with the Christmas lights blinking, but they did not work. They did not work. So that was that. So Andrew's going down to get some paper. We have a little bit of a break here. If you would like to take a little break, use the restroom. We're going to get into the real show, the new show, all the new stuff that no one's seen yet tonight. And the prices are going to be really good, just like those were. And so hopefully you can all hang out. And like I said, we're just going to take a little break here for a moment. While Andrew gets paper to write down these new lot numbers. It's down in the dining room, and I'm sure he'll get distracted by cats. He usually does on his way back. Mary Jane says, I couldn't find the keys. What keys? What keys are you missing? Susan says, I now have a smoky cat on me. Cute. Barnaby was trying so hard to get on me today. I was out doing yard work and he missed me, I think, all day. So he was, every time I'd sit down, he'd like come and sit on my lap, even if it was for like 2 minutes while I did something. And he'd get back up and we'd get back down, get back up, get back down. But it was pretty cute, pretty cute. I missed him today. I didn't get to see him very much. Charlie also said Christmas lights. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, on the key on the laptop. Oh, to type Christmas lights. Yeah. Norma says hello to Smoky Cat. How are y'all doing? What'd you have for dinner? We had last night, Andrew used some of our ramen. We were talking about, we got that Momofuku ramen, which we have never tried before, but Andrew got a coupon and an extra deal. So we got some of the Momofuku ramen, and he used some of that in with other stir-fry vegetables, and we added rice to it as well. So I think we have leftovers. I hope we have enough because it was so good. I'm looking forward to day 2 of that. So I'm hoping I think that's what we're having. I was going to make it for lunch. I was going to reheat it for lunch, but I'm like, no. You ever want something so much that you actually want to delay the gratification of it? Right? So I was going to make that for lunch, and I'm like, no, I want to wait and I want to have that for dinner when I can like relax and enjoy it. So that's what we I think we're going to eat for lunch. But Andrew just got some pantry items, and we don't usually have a lot in our pantry. If you follow us regularly, we do a lot of our grocery shopping almost day to day. So we don't have a lot in our refrigerator. It horrifies my mother sometimes, I think, when she comes to visit. She looks in the refrigerator and there's like nothing in there. Like moms don't like to see empty refrigerators, right? But we just don't keep a lot in our refrigerator. We don't keep a lot in our pantry. So Andrew, he went and got some pantry items. So a box of pantry items arrived today, and I don't know what all's in there, but I think we're having those leftovers for.
Who won the giveaway?
Anna won the giveaway.
What'd you ask?
What did I use to try and extend the extension cord today?
Oh boy.
And a lot of people knew because they listened earlier. They were here for that story.
Right. So this is GC 31.
31. Suzanne had broccoli and cheddar quiche. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
So what do you want to start with? You want to start with stones or glass?
Stones or glass, y'all? Does it matter? Stones or glass? I think they're liking it all. A bunch of people bought some of the stuff from yesterday. Let's keep this going. Let's start with glass. Let's start with some glass. We had a lot of stones yesterday, I feel like. Boneless, skinless, chicken thighs cooked in extra virgin olive oil and steamed green beans, says Donna.
Sounds healthy.
I know. Beth said, Kit Kats? I have 3. One is Maine Coon Mixed Kitten. Oliver is his name, and he's a sweetie. We have 5 cats, if y'all don't know. We have Barnaby and Gilbert. They're brothers. They're the oldest. And then we have 3 girls that we adopted 2 years ago. And that's Gertie, Idabelle, and Tallulah. Tallulah is our first really longish hair cat. We've always had short hairs. Donna says, I bet Oliver is so handsome. Mary Jane says, same. I shop day to day for groceries too. Nice. Beth says, sounds delicious. You guys are busy, juggling a lot of things always. Yikes, and I love it. You got to stay busy, right? It's nice to sit for a little bit though too once in a while. Kimberly says, just mix it up. Mary Jane says, let's go for glass. Danette says, let's go for glass. Beth says, he is a real cutie. Beth says, 5 cats. Wow. Aw, and I love those names.
They're all from books or movies.
Yeah, we get their names from books, movies, authors. Mary Jane says, I love all their names. Thank you. All right.
Holy
Oh, I can't wait to show you these, y'all. And I bet Andrew gave you a good deal.
Fingers ready because the prices, you can't beat this.
Everything you saw yesterday, everything was under $10. Nothing was over $9 yesterday. And the average was 3 to 5. So I don't know what's going to happen today, but my guess is Andrew's going to tell me not to worry a lot tonight. Because I get suspicious of these prices that he gives me sometimes. I'm like, are you using your calculator and the formula right? Are you?
Don't worry about it.
What? Crackle glass?
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
What? Okay, let go. Wow.
All right.
Look at these huge he's going to lower the price, y'all. He's going to lower the price. $6. $6. GC 31.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, look at how big these are. Look at how big these are. Oh, Bobby's here. Hello, Bobby. Says 7 cats here, plus the 3 strays we feed in our garage. We tried to feed some of our strays, but they make the other cats crazy, so we can't do that. These are 8mm rounds of crackle glass. If I can get them apart, how do they all lock together like that? I couldn't do that again if I tried. GC 31. I'm trying to measure these, but they're so long they're getting in the way. That's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32-inch strands of crackle glass. Look at the pretty colors. Pink, blue, teal, green. 8mm beads. $6 a strand only. $6 a strand for 32-inch strands. 3 of them available. GC 31. We've sold one of them, so I can't believe that they're not gone. We've sold one of them only so far. Got an email for one of those, GC31, $6. Beautiful. GC31. Beth says, wow, Bobby, that's a lot of mouths to feed, but a lot of love too. You have a big heart. Yes.
Yeah, I work hard so my cats can have a better life.
I know, right? We work very hard for our cats to have a better life.
And they don't appreciate it.
No. GC32, 8mm crackle glass again, this time in this pink and orange color and yellow, a little bit of yellow, pink, orange, yellowy. 32-inch strands again, 8mm rounds. GC32, look how pretty those are. Ooh, look at those. Such pretty crackle glass. 32-inch strands. How in the world do you praise 32-inch strands? Some of them.
Oh, yeah.
They glow in one portion. This is under a black light. That's what we're doing here, everybody. Under a black light. Did the other ones do it? Yeah, look at those other ones. It's the pink part. The pink part in these are glowing.
The Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. All right. GC32. We've sold 2 of the GC32s. We've sold 2 of the GC31s. Thank you so much. There's only 1 of each left. If you want to get it now. Beth says, will you be offering any more vintage beads? I know you like the vintage beads, Beth. We offer vintage beads almost every night on our lives. I don't know if there are any more tonight, but you can guarantee pretty much on every one of our lives. We do a live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we always have vintage. A lot of our stash is vintage. We've just sold the last 31 and 32. Thank you so much. We offer vintage stones, vintage glass, vintage lampwork, vintage ceramic, vintage shell, vintage bone. We offer all of that all the time, often. So hang out with us on our lives, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We start a chat session, usually around an hour, 45 minutes to an hour.
What number is that?
That's 33. GC33 is the green and pink. These are back to the 8mm beads. Crackle glass. GC33, 32-inch strands, $6 a strand. $6 a strand, 3 strands only available. These are the Selldown deals, y'all. Selldown deals. These deals are available for 24 hours, and then the prices go up to what we normally will charge in the store.
I think I might make these strands shorter.
Yeah, for the store?
Yeah, because these are kind of like excessive.
Yeah. Most people coming into the store aren't making as much jewelry probably as y'all are. They're more newbies coming into the store, which we love. We love the beginners. We love people who are just getting interested in it, but they don't know what to do with a whole big strand like this generally. It's a different kind of customer. But for you all, $6 for a 32-inch strand. Beth says, oh, cool, great info to know. Thanks for sharing. I'll be in on your live shows way more often. Could be dangerous for me, LOL.
Okay. Like cookies.
Like cookies. Cookies are good but dangerous. Right? GC33, we've sold 1 of those. We have 2 of them still left. Pretty crackle glass colors for spring and summer. You better believe it. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. We got 34 ready?
I do.
Nice. Thank you. Oh, we're going down in size a little bit. And down in price. Oh my, these could easily have been $6 too, Andrew.
That's all right.
That's all right, he says.
We'll take one for the team.
Beth says, great price for that super long strand. Wow. Here, I'm guessing these are 32-inch strands as well. Let me measure them. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So maybe 31-inch strands. 31, 30, 31, 32-inch strands. These are 6mm rounds. $5 only for a whole strand, 31-inch approximate strand of crackle glass. Only $5. Only $5. You can't beat that, as they say, with a stick.
That's what I say.
He's like, that's me. I'm they.
Thank you.
That's me. I'm they. We just sold another 33, so we have just one of those left. Thank you so much. This is GC34. Remember, if you'd like to claim tonight, just take the lot number, GC34, throw it in an email subject line, and address that email to info@allegorygallery.com and hit send. You can send them as we go along, which most people do to try and make sure you get the things you want, or you can send one.
Get 3 of each usually.
Yeah, we often only get 3 of anything, unless it's our vintage stuff. Then sometimes we have more, oftentimes we have less. But when we buy in new, we usually get 3 of each thing because we're small. We can't afford to buy hundreds of the same thing and then hundreds of different things. So we buy 3, and then we try and give you a nice assortment. So this is GC34. These are the 6mm. Starting on the 6mm, we just sold all 3 of these. Thank you so much. The lives are where it's at. You're going to always get the best deal on the lives.
Sometimes D-Stash.
Sometimes D-Stash. We have a D-Stash group, Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, join the Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash group. But we only let in people that we trust in that group. You got to have a relationship with us because that's kind of a guarded group. This is the pink-green color in the 6mm, 31-ish inch strand of the crackle glass. Look at those pretty, pretty, pretty colors. Ooh, I love those colors together. And that's some nice quality crackle glass. So crackle glass is made by heating the glass and then cooling it quickly, and it cracks. And then they heat it again so that those cracks don't crack, right?
No, so yes, but it's also so that they heal enough that they anneal and so you have the inclusions, but you don't, and you get that kind of cool effect. But you don't compromise the structural
integrity.
Sometimes you do have to be careful with these. So this is not for like the roller derby.
Yeah, don't go in the roller derby with these. Suzanne says, looks like they have a purple tint. Yeah, the pink turning into the green has a little bit of purple in there. Definitely. It's really pretty. The purple's more subtle. When they're under the light, they're definitely a green-pink. But there is definitely, as they turn, there's a purple glimmer. GC35. $5 a strand, 3 strands available. If these don't sell, as Andrew says, we'll be cutting them up and making them into smaller ones for the store, the physical store. You wanted purple? Wait till you get a load of this. Look at those. Ooh. Pink into purple into like a black. Pretty, pretty. And these are the 6mm rounds. 6.2 they're coming up. 6.2. Let's make sure we're right. Yep. 6.2. GC36. Look at that. That's like a goth rave, right? That's what that reminds me of. Anybody going out to one of those anytime soon? Your customers going out to those anytime soon? Maybe.
Y'all go out more than we do.
I know. Y'all go out more than we do. I don't know. Very possibly. Go to your concerts. Go out.
Some of y'all are out right now.
I know. These are 31-inch strands approximately of 6mm crackle glass. $5 a strand only, GC36. We've sold one of those so far. Nobody's buying GC35. Nobody. That's strange, but okay. It's all right. It's all right. GC36, one of them is sold. 2 of them are still available.
Which one?
Huh?
That one that's like tourmaline?
I know, the watermelon tourmaline color. Nobody wants it.
Those.
Nobody wants the watermelon tourmaline color.
I love those.
Maybe if I called it that to begin with. Andrew's got the right idea. Watermelon tourmaline crackle glass.
Tourmaline, that's why I got it. Because the colors are similar.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Welcome to the misty
morning. The misty morning. GC37, misty morning.
Pride and Prejudice.
Look at
Darcy
that.
You're about to change your life.
About to change your life for the better.
Yeah, because she don't got no money.
She don't got no money. Now she got money.
She got all the money.
She got all the money.
And Pemberley.
And Pemberley. Who doesn't want Pemberley, right?
Did you notice how her attitude changed real quick after she saw his house? She's like, oh, Elizabeth, dum-dum.
This is GC.
Mr. Darcy.
This is GC37. These are a gray and slightly blue. They're like a blue-gray, or maybe, yeah, they're maybe it's the blue coming through. They're a little bit blue-gray.
She's like, I can work with this.
I can work with riches and an estate.
She's like, this is called a fixer-up. You got the
6mm rounds, 31, 32-inch strands. Low budget personality.
But hot budget house.
Right.
Everyone's so creative.
GC37, $5 a strand only. We've sold one of these in just this amount of time so far. Thank you so much. Beautiful crackle glass in this blue-gray color. Misty morning. Andrew has dubbed this the misty morning color. GC37. Anybody else have anything good for dinner out there?
I'm excited.
I said I'm excited for our leftovers.
They were good.
They were really good, and I was telling everyone. I asked if anybody delays gratification because I almost heated them up for lunch today, and then I was like, no, we're gonna wait and have this for dinner.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Monkey's fun.
Wait, that was 37. Where's 38? I think you missed 30. Oh no, that's 38. Never mind. I'm off as usual. GC38. What are ooh? Talk about tourmaline.
Little crystal.
These are glass crystal strands, and they look like watermelon tourmaline. Kind of. They've got some purple in there though too. Look at these. They go from hot pink. I know some of y'all like that hot Barbie pink. I bet that's one of the reasons Andrew got these. Then they go to the slightly purple and then into that green, kind of watermelon tourmaline green. Look at those. Crystal strands. These are approximately 3mm by 2.5mm crystals. And they're only $6 a strand. Gesundheit. And these are 14-inch strands of crystal. 14-inch strands of crystal, GC38. $6 a strand only. 3 strands available. Remember, these prices are good for 24 hours. Once our live starts tomorrow, that's not the price anymore.
How much were those, the beads that we had that were like this yesterday?
The 8-inch strands, or is that a 16-inch strand?
Mm-hmm.
Those ones were $5. He's even surprising himself with the prices he gave. So GC38 crystal. I love this crystal. A hot pink color with the purple and the green. That's some springtime goodness right there. Springtime goodness. GC38 still available. Let's see here. GC39. Ooh, these are fun. What are these? These little matte.
They're like little eggs.
Little matte swirly glass eggs. They got a little bit, I don't know if you can see that little bit of swirl on the camera or not. Let me get this light up here. There, you can see. I think you can see some of it now. Look at that. Super cute. Matte swirly blue glass eggs. Matte glass. 8-inch strands. Only $6 a strand. And these are approximately 8.7 by 8.5 millimeters. Those are super cute. They look vintage. I don't think these are vintage, but they look vintage. They have that look. Since it kind of reminds me of robin's eggs. A little bit. A little bit, right?
Make a little nest.
Make a little nest.
Wire nest.
And these holes, look at that hole size. Let me see if I can get in there, because
the robins built a nest on our porch.
Yeah, they did. It's about a 2. Whoop.
Gertie's so exhausted. It's her job to monitor them. And she's like,
these are about almost 2.5 millimeter holes.
I saw her. She's passing out.
Her eyes start drooping.
And she does like I do. It's pretty cute. Basically, when we watch a show, that's how I am.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
And then I'm like, what happened?
What happened? Yeah, these are about 2.5 millimeter holes. Anna asked, what was GC38? GC38 was that crystal. That was glass crystal. The ombre crystal from pink to purple to green. Pink to purple to green crystal. GC38. 14-inch strands. These are 8-inch strands of blue glass eggs. $6 a strand. Now 2 strands available. Thank you so much. We've sold 1 of those so far. Whoop. Anna says, okay, thanks. Walked away for a minute. Here, I can show you real quick. I'll show you real quick again. GC38. We don't want you to miss out. Nobody's going to mind looking at the beautiful crystal again, right? Just to show you. There it is. Ombre. Beautiful crystal. Okay, 3 strands of those still available. GC38. $6 a strand. Oh, more little eggs. GC40. GC40. Are these yellow? They're yellow. Yellow. Now these aren't the matte finish like the blues were, but they still have the large holes. Look at the large holes.
Those look like vintage Germans.
I know they do.
Remember we had those ones in the shop?
Mm-hmm. Lemon, says Susan, right?
Let's do it.
Do it. Make some fruit jewelry, and you can put that on leather. Look, you could put 2 millimeter leather probably through that. At least 1.5 millimeter for sure. Nice large holes on those, and those are 8-inch strands of the lemon glass. I'm gonna call it lemon glass now. GC40. 3 of them available. Only $6 a strand. Mary Jane says, blessed night, everyone. Have to wake up at 5. I'll rewatch at work. I'm glad you can rewatch at work, Mary Jane. Thank you for watching. And have a good night. Get some good rest.
Mm-hmm.
We just sold 1 of the GC40s. Thank you so much. GC41. Whoa. Whoa. Double the strand, but not double the price.
Don't worry about it.
I love this color. Look at this green. Beautiful green glass beads. I don't know what green you call that, but that's beautiful. Bobby says, I'm watching from work. Tax accountant's work is never done. You do accounting too. There's multiple accountants, tax people. Beautiful, beautiful glass. About 10 millimeters. And these strands are 16 inches. 16 inches. Look at that. I can't get over this. It's such a pretty color. I don't know what color green is that, y'all? What's that remind you of? A little bit avocado-like.
Guacamole.
Guacamole. I was going to say, what do they turn avocados into? Guacamole. Kind of guacamole green. I don't know. Those are long strands, Anna, and they're only $5 a strand. $5 a strand for the 16-inch strands. GC41. We've sold one of those so far. I wouldn't be surprised if these go tonight. Chartreuse, says Beth. I could see that. Chartreuse. Anna says, I got one. Thank you, Anna. You've got the one we've sold so far. But I think we'll sell more of those. I have a feeling. And if not, that's okay. I might use them for something. I like those. I like that color. GC41. Oh, we're moving into some gemstones here. What is this, Jasper? Is this Jasper?
Unakite, bro.
It's Unakite.
We have people ask for that.
That's a nice Unakite. That's really pretty. That has some of the clear. Okay, sometimes you get Unakite and you know it's not always super pretty. This, very well patterned, really pretty Unakite. Only $6 a strand for these 8-inch strands. And it says, never know when you'll need a guacamole green bead.
You never know.
It's true. And I bet these would go nice with that guacamole green too. Look at those Unakite beads. GC42, I love these. I love these. Let me give you a size on these. 8-inch strands. Let me make sure they're actually 8-inch strands. Yep, 8-inch strands. And they are rondelles. They are about 8.2 millimeters by approximately 5.2. So we'll say 8 by 5. 8 by 5 millimeter rondelles of Unakite. I know some people love the Unakite out there. GC42. Somebody just sent a GC43, but we haven't gotten there yet. So if you can resend that, as I'm assuming you want 42, knowing who you are, just so that I don't get my spreadsheet messed up.
And that way you don't get a surprise.
I know, you get the wrong thing.
You're like, what is
Although
this?
you might want 43 as well. You might want 43 as well. Just a hint coming up.
Pre-tell.
That's a pre-tell for you out there. Okay, we've sold one of the 42 so far. Thank you so much. Unakite. And coming up, Unakite.
More Unakite.
In the squares, Unakite squares. These are $5 a strand. Unakite squares. Whoa, my lights are falling over. Unakite squares. Let me get this. I gotta pick this up. I gotta show you. I need a light that hovers above here all the time. I need to string it from the ceiling. Look at how beautiful these are. Stunning Unakite squares. Ooh. And I'll give you a size on these after I show you this last one too. Oh, we sold another 42. Thank you so much. There's only one of those left. This is GC43. GC43. And we have 3 of these available. You need a miner's lamp, says Anna. I know, right? Put it on my head. These are approximately 10.5 millimeter squares. 10.5 millimeter Unakite 8-inch strands. $5 each only. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. Okay. A headlamp on a hat. I know. I need a headlamp on a hat. I'd probably blind Andrew out, but you'd all see the beads real well. Sacrifices we make.
I don't know.
He says, I don't know about that. It
Do I
sounds like a
put
lot of me
sunglasses?
sacrificing. We're both taking a drink at the same time. Normally, one of us tries to keep talking while the other one takes a drink. But Andrew needed his coffee, and I needed a drink.
The temperature of drinking quickly.
Okay, what's
Are
next?
you ready?
I'm ready. What do you got for us?
I got some stuff.
He got some stuff, y'all.
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
I love this coin shape.
Oh, I love coin shapes. I know y'all like the... Oh, and it's goldstone in a coin. Thirsty business, says Anna, right? That bead business, it's a thirsty business.
Oh boy.
Coin shaped.
That makes it sound like hussy time.
Hussy time? No. Look at this. Goldstone in this beautiful little coin shape. Nice quality goldstone, too. There's some that have a little bit less until you hit them on the edge, and then they have a different, it's like almost a finer sparkle than the others. These are approximately 10 millimeter coins. Let's give you the other way, too, by 4. 10 by 4 millimeter coins. 8-inch strands for only $5. GC44, $5 a strand, 8-inch strands. Goldstone. Goldstone is a person-made, a human-made stone. It is not made in nature like this, but it is a beautiful stone. And we've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. There are 2 of them still available. GC44. The most expensive? Did we hit $10? Don't worry about it, because we hit $9. Anna says it would be neat to see how they make goldstone. It would. I've never actually looked it up. I know Andrew knows.
They take the copper and then grind it down, and then.
So it's copper in there.
I don't know how they keep it from oxidizing.
Ooh, look at this.
Mookite.
Mookite. I know some of y'all love the mookite. I love the mookite because it has such pretty hues of like that pink going into purple. Of course, I love the yellow. Who doesn't love yellow? It's so bright, so shiny, sunny, sunshine day. These are the faceted ovals in mookite. $8 a strand. 3 strands available. This shape is a little bit more expensive. That's why. This faceted oval. But still, that's a heck of a deal. Only $1 an inch. That is 10 millimeters by, let me see if I can get in there. 10 by, it's always embarrassing when I can't use the calipers. 10 by 14. 10 by 14 millimeters. GC45. We have sold all 3 of these already. Thank you so much. They are sold out. Thank you. Thank you. GC46, the most expensive strand of the evening. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We've hit the $10 mark, everybody. What are these?
Orbicular jasper.
Orbicular jasper.
Red orbicular jasper.
Kimberly says, was I too slow on the mookite? No, Kimberly, you got the last one. Red orbicular jasper in these stunning little tubes. But look at those patterns. Look at how pretty. Red orbicular jasper in tube shape. Had some people asking for tube shapes a little while ago.
See, we always try to do y'all right.
Andrew's good at that. Andrew remembers.
Sometimes it's going away.
It's
Take
going
advantage of it while you can.
Take advantage of it. Let Andrew know what you're looking for. He keeps it in mind as best he can. These are GC46, $10 a strand, 3 strands available. And these strands are 16-inch strands of red orbicular jasper. $10 each only. Let me give you the size on these. These are approximately 4 millimeters by 12.5. 4 by 12.5. We've sold one of these so far. We've sold another one of these so far. We've only got one left at $10. Look at how pretty. Anybody gonna grab it? Anybody gonna grab it? Red orbicular jasper. Red orbicular jasper. One left. GC46. Only $10. I bet that'll sell by the end of the night. I can't believe it doesn't. All right.
Do you have any of those bags there?
Which the big ones?
These ones.
I do not. I don't have any bags up here, really.
Alright. Do a intermission finger dance. While I try to locate.
If you need the medium ones, there's some down in the living room. Oh, that size. I don't have that size.
No, I want the smaller size, but that's what I have, so.
You want me to run down and get them?
No.
I know they're down there because I was packing down there the other day. There's some on the living room table.
What number are you on?
That was 46, so you're on 47 next. GC47. Ooh, these are pretty. These look like seed pods, like seeds, like natural seeds. What kind of jasper is this?
Paintbrush. That's
Painted?
something.
I think it is paintbrush. Is it paintbrush? I think that's what they call it. It's really pretty. They look like, they remind me of seeds. This would go really great with like bone paintbrush. These would go really great with like bone beads or natural seed materials. Love these shell. I think these look really pretty with shell. They have such a natural kind of look to them. And these are about 7.5 millimeters by 14. 7.5 by 14 millimeters, $6 a strand, 8-inch strands, GC43 paintbrush jasper. Let me get this light. Let me hold up the light again because it feels dark in here suddenly. There we go. I think that looks better for y'all, right? Look at how pretty. Paintbrush jasper. Pair it with your bone. Got some antler beads. We do bone and antler sales sometimes. That go really well with that. GC47. 3 strands available, $6 a strand, 8-inch strands. Oh, all right, everybody. What's going on? Time for interaction. Say hi if you're out there. Let us know. Are you enjoying these sweet, sweet deals? I think they're really good deals. They're much better deals than we normally are able to give on new things, especially.
What number are we on?
48. 48. Anna says, howdy. Howdy, Anna. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Kimberly's still here. Love it all. Suzanne says, I think Unikite would look good with bone, make a nice contrast. Yeah, it would. Unikite would look beautiful with bone. That green contrast. Yeah, that'd be pretty. I bet I know who could do that, Suzanne. Susan's still here. Thank you so much. Went to get some orange juice. Nice. I love orange juice. Bobby says, hi, bye-bye. Have to go close up the shop for tonight. Well, have a good night, Bobby. Thank you for joining in on the fun tonight. This is GC48. This is the paintbrush jasper. in the oval.
So this has a little bit more speckles in the picture jasper.
Yeah, I like it.
I got those because I thought they looked like bird eggs.
Oh, they do. They do look like a bird egg. What kind of bird egg is that? The brown. Brown bird egg. These are 8-inch strands, and these are nice ovals. $7 a strand only. 3 strands available. Huh?
I'm just making stuff
You're
up.
making stuff up now? Sometimes he does that, y'all. 10.4 millimeters by 14 and a half. About 10 and a half by 14 and a half millimeters. Dinesh says, I'm still here, but going to bed in a few minutes. Yeah, you get some sleep, Dinesh. Reminds me of elephant jasper. Normus is still here watching while sorting storage area findings from 2016. Oh boy. Oh boy. GC48. So far, 47 and 48, not sellers. You don't like that paintbrush jasper? I think it's pretty. I think it's a super pretty jasper. But okay.
I wonder how they came up with that elephant jasper. Because the elephant jasper doesn't look like an elephant. It's like yellow and brown.
I don't know.
Like, what elephant are they looking at?
They got the wrong thing. Ooh. Susan says, what? Andrew makes stuff up? Who knew?
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't remember which is which.
Did he make it up, or is it real? Real facts.
Because I read a lot.
Yeah, you do. This is tiger eye in this large rice bead. There's even, it looks like a little bit of blue tiger eye in there. Look at that. In there. Look how pretty those are. There's a lot of chatoyance in those beads. Really high quality tiger eye in this large rice bead shape.
What number are you on?
50.
Oh, we skipped 49.
Did we? Oh, we did. Didn't even realize. So this is GC50. We'll come back to 49. This is approximately 7 millimeters by 15 and a half millimeters. GC50, $6 only per strand, 3 strands available. $6 only a strand, 3 strands available. GC50, we've sold 1 of those so far. Thank you so much. We've got 2 of them left. 2 of them left. That's a really nice quality tiger eye. Really pretty. I love tiger eye. I know sometimes y'all sleep on the tiger eye, but don't do it, because it's a good quality tiger eye. Norma says, just found a Christmas card with a $10 bill from my old boss.
Nice.
There you go. Put that toward the bead fund. Put that toward the bead fund.
What beads did your boss just buy you?
I know, right? Ooh.
I miss those.
What?
Christmas cards with money in it.
Right. And 2 Starbucks gift cards. Nice. You're rolling in it tonight, Norma. You're rolling in it tonight. GC46. We just sold the last one of 46. We've sold 2 50s. Thank you so much. This is 49. This is hematite rounds. Electroplated hematite rounds.
There's only 2 of them.
There's only 2 of these strands available. Let me get you the color up here. Look at that. It's kind of like this cherry pink and gold. Beautiful color. And these are, let me get the, I think these are 8-inch strands. 8-inch strands, and they're marked 4 millimeter. They are 4 millimeter hematite rounds, electroplated. Only 2 of them available. GC49, there's only 1 of them now available. GC49, $4, 1 left. Norma says I should dig into storage more often. I know, you're making a killing tonight. Anna says, how did 50 get before 49? Lost my internet. Yeah, we missed one. So we went back. We went back, Anna.
Because I was trying to find bags.
Andrew's trying to find bags. He set one down, moved it around. It's all good, though. It's all good. We're continuing on. Ooh, what is this stone?
New jade.
New jade. I was gonna say it's not prehnite, but it's super pretty. Sometimes when you see new jade, it does not look like much. This is really pretty.
Yeah, usually it's too small to see anything.
Mm-hmm. Or it's cloudy, but this is really, really pretty. Look at this. New jade. These are these rectangles. $6 each only. That's a great color green for spring, too. New jade. Let me hold them up. Get the light on them this way. GC 51. 8-inch strands. $6 a strand only. Look at that those little kiwi-like seeds in there. And then these are 10 millimeters by 14 and a half, approximately 10 by 14 and a half. These rectangles, $6 a strand, 8-inch strands, 3 strands available. GC 51. GC 51. Anna says, I missed a couple. Oh no. Go back, Anna. Go back.
Not right now.
Not right now. Don't do it now. Okay, this is the one I couldn't remember earlier what this jasper was.
What is it?
We had it in the rice beads.
That's yellow African turquoise, aka jasper.
Okay, yellow African turquoise. That's what those rice beads were earlier that I was trying to remember what they were. Yellow African turquoise, which is a jasper. But he gets a fancy name. Yellow African turquoise in these coins. $5 a strand. 3 strands available. Anna says, that's what I was thinking. You were right. You thought right. About 5.5 millimeters. No, not 5. 10. 10.5 millimeter coins. 8-inch strands. $5 each. Only 3 strands available.
I'm thinking about going to the shop on Saturday.
Oh yeah? Who's coming?
Dominican vegetarian food.
Oh, that
There's a
new
new
place that
restaurant.
opened. There's a new restaurant. They're all plant-based. I think it's vegan. I think they're all plant-based, even their cheese. And it's Dominican food.
When are you ever going to get that?
Dominican plant-based. I know. When I saw the Dominican, I didn't see the plant-based. I was like, I'm not going to be able to eat hardly anything there, but maybe they'll have some good plantains.
Everything.
And then everything is available to us to eat.
What?
What?
You better go and support them so they stay.
They need to stay in business. Yes. Okay, we've only got 1 strand of these. 1 strand.
Don't worry about why.
Oh, Andrew, are you scarfing the merchandise?
Don't worry about it. You go ahead and show it.
GC53. This is a 5-inch strand of this beautiful glass, white and clear, that Andrew may or may not have taken the other 2 strands of.
Just keep going. Too much talking about me. And
he
not
says, you got to
enough
line
about
up. He's like, you don't have to wait for me.
Uh-huh.
6,
Remember, rapid.
6 millimeters by approximately 5
I gotta do my dueling
for these
though.
rondelles. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. GC53, just 1 available. $4 only. Match Andrew if you want. Somebody
Keep
wanted
going,
to. Somebody wanted to, because that has sold out. Thank you so much. Oh, y'all. GC54.
Sound, so it must be good.
It is good. These are good. I like these. These are good. These are electroplated. Hee-hoo-hoo-hoo. These are electroplated, faceted rondelle hematite.
People are like, what the hell is hee-hoo-hoo?
Hee-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Just like it sounds.
That's what it is. It's that sound of excitement when you see...
Automatopoeia.
So when you see beads this pretty, look at those. Those would be magnificent little spacer beads, y'all.
Where did I pull that out from? Automatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. GC54, 8-inch strands of hematite, faceted rondelle. These are 4 millimeters by approximately 4 by 3. GC54. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. Anna says, love those. Did I get them? What ones, Anna? The glass? Yes. Now let me put this light here so you can really see the magnificence of these colors.
Now for tomorrow, do y'all want to do the paintings, the launch of the paintings, or I think I may just post those on my timeline.
That might be good.
Because maybe we'll do something else soon. I don't know.
Anna says, I'll be twinning with Andrew. We'll have to have a challenge.
Maybe.
He says, maybe.
Mind your business.
He says, maybe mind your business. Maybe I'm keeping them for something.
Don't worry about what I've got to do with my own possession.
GC55. He's got plans for those. GC55. Ooh, this is pretty. What is this? The pink and black.
Rhodonite.
Rhodonite. I always forget rhodonite. Rhodonite. I love this shape. I love this shape. 8 millimeters. Anna says, I can't watch tomorrow. Going to the 50th anniversary of First Avenue.
Of what? Bless you.
Thank you. First Avenue.
Is that like a musical?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Rhodonite. Y'all, I know what this is now. Rhodonite. $6 a strand only. 3 strands available. GC55. Love this shape. 8 millimeter, 8-inch strands of rhodonite. We've sold one of these so far. We've got 2 of them still left. GC55. Rhodonite. Let me show you some of these patterns in here. We'll flip it. Music venue in Minneapolis. Featured in Prince movie Purple Rain. That sounds like a lot of fun. See, y'all get to go out. You do things. It's going to be Friday night. That sounds like a fun Friday night.
Maybe we'll do Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, I think I blew out my neck. Oh. Anyway. Rhodonite. Beautiful. He was going to sneeze, y'all. That's why I was waiting to give him the gesundheit, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It just moved through his face. So this is GC55.
I wonder what it's like to not have this issue. You know, when I travel, I don't have this problem.
Yeah, you've been in some storms traveling, and you don't have those issues. Just here in Western Pennsylvania, where you live. Anna says, hashtag blessed. Anna says, 2 bands playing that we like, good time. Susan says, that's what I thought, Anna. The name sounded familiar. I think my friend saw the Pet Shop Boys there.
Nice.
All right. Do we have more, or is that the end for tonight?
Well, we're
at 55.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, everybody.
Ramen time.
Beth says, just missed some tiny multicolored metal hexagonal shaped beads. Do you post leftovers from live somewhere, or am I out of luck?
What are you talking about? Hex beads?
The hexagon shaped. I don't think they sold out.
Which ones?
I think you mean these ones. These ones are 54 and we still have them available. So you can send us an email, GC54. Unless you're talking about something else. But if you're talking about things we showed here, still have them available. Just send us an email, GC54 in the subject line.
Only make sure if you want stuff, because somebody said, "Oh, I claimed something the other night and I haven't gotten it yet." And so we looked and looked and looked, and you know what? They had commented that they wanted something.
Yeah, we don't accept comments.
So just
because one of the things is we get comments from 3 different places here, and so we could not possibly tell who got what. And if I don't get them tonight, when somebody watches the replay, their comments could come above yours, and that's not fair. So we don't take comments. And also, a lot of people comment that they like something or I want that, but they don't really want that. And we make you go one little extra length of sending us an email, and it helps. If you send us an email, you get it. If you don't send us an email, we know you don't really want it.
And the other thing about that is we go live every weeknight.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
So if we did only once a week,
once a week, or
month,
yeah,
or
like
whatever,
some people do,
how we used to,
yeah,
it's not as big of a problem. But it gets real dang confusing.
It gets very confusing if we were to do that. Yeah.
And so we have these rules for a reason. I know sometimes people, they're like, "Oh well."
They're like, "Well, other people don't make us send an email."
Well,
but it works. Other people also don't do this 5 days a week generally.
Or they have staff.
It's just me and Andrew doing everything.
I don't actually do anything.
He doesn't do any of that part. He does a lot, but he doesn't do any of that part.
I don't do shipping.
No. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to go have some of our delicious leftovers.
I'm excited.
And I will be invoicing you all in the next few minutes. I'm going to make the spreadsheet and send out the invoices. We invoice via Square. So you look out for info@allegorygallery.com from Square.
And if you're a new customer, make sure to send us
your shipping address.
And if you are, even if you bought stuff from the online store, send us an email with your current address.
Yep, it helps.
Because then we don't have to play detective.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people, they're like, "Oh, remember I bought that one thing about 10 years ago." And
I haven't moved. And you're like, "No." Anyway, thank you all so much.
Many different shop platforms.
Yeah, we have. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have an amazing evening, and we will see you back here with something new tomorrow. And stay tuned for Andrew's art drop also on his timeline. Andrew Thornton Artist.
No, it's on my personal.
On your personal. On Andrew Thornton.
I'll share it to the Andrew Thornton Artist, but it all goes through my personal.
So it's on his personal.
Because nobody looks at the artist page.
Oh, all right.
I looked at it, the statistics yesterday. I said, basically, I shouldn't even mess with this. Because about one person looks at this.
All right, so.
Basically, that's it.
It's on his Andrew Thornton Facebook and Instagram page. And you can see his art drop tomorrow. Brand new artwork by Andrew, available.
Just on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, too bad.
Maybe stories. I don't know.
Anyway.
Whatever's left over, we'll probably run it through the live. Hopefully there's nothing left over because I've been working myself to delirium.
Yes.
And I would hope, I will sincerely hope,
somebody's going to buy some?
at least one.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you all so much, everyone. Have an amazing evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
See ya.